Buongiorno!
Good morning.
Day 16 on the Via Francigena. I'm Brian.
I'm Michelle.
We are cruising with the Colemans. Today we are walking from Robbio to Motara.
It's only a 14-kilometer day.
Woohoo!
And this is about it.
Sun's already beating down on us. I think the overnight low was 71 degrees.
How'd you sleep last night?
Oh, it was hot.
It was so hot.
It was so hot. That agriturismo, we were on the third floor, well, second floor. We would call it the third floor.
It was so stuffy.
We had a window, we had a fan, we had an air conditioner with no remote control and no way to plug it in. When we went to bed at 9:30, it was still, I think, about 88 degrees. It was so hot.
Have I mentioned it was so hot? And tonight we have air conditioning.
See.
So short walk, warm sun, flat road. We'll make the best of it.
Michelle is the subject of my enthralling B-roll footage right now.
Hey, you gotta have something good to look at. Why not be me?
Basking in the almost Tuscan sun.
Ah, yes. Yes, basking or baking?
Baking.
In today's episode of the Colemans Walk, the Meseta Twin, we come upon a railroad crossing. Will the Colemans make it across? Stay tuned to find out. Brian, look out to your left.
Nothing.
I made it! I made it! After 2 days of walking through what our resident expert is calling sorghum fields and of course rice fields, today we get dun, 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 a new crop. Leave a comment below, let us know what it is.
We have no idea.
The things that entertain us though. New crop. Hey Google, what's the crop?
Next up, we enter the town of Nicorvo, a community on the Via Francigena. But will they have pilgrim services? Will there be an open bar? Will Brian get another cappuccino? Will Michelle be able to use a real toilet? These are questions that we will find the answers to next on the trail. Things are looking good. We have a cafe.
Your people.
Did you get to use the toilet, Michelle?
I did.
And did you get a cappuccino, Michelle?
I opted for a Fanta instead. I needed cold because I am dripping in all the parts.
And then we got a really delicious piece of pizza.
I'd love to show you.
That is good.
But,
What did you get now?
and for a bonus round, we get not a cappuccino, cafe frappa.
No, cafe crema.
Yeah,
It's basically like a coffee flavored frosty.
it is amazing. Caffeine, cold, and delicious. We're gonna take you behind the scenes right now of the making of today's episode, the Meseta's Ugly Twin. You ready? Here it is. What are we showing you? We're showing you nothing. Absolutely nothing.
We got nothing to work with today.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
We've still got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't make me laugh. Hold on. We've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Woo!
Water, please.
In today's episode of All Things Interesting, this is our water fountain today. At least it will cool my face.
What? You can't blame me for some clickbait, can ya?
And now for something completely different.
"8:13 in the morning, it's already 30 degrees. Buongiorno!
Hello and good morning.
Day 17 on the Via Francigena. Today we are walking from Motara to Garlasco.
And it is hot.
Ooh, it is steamy already this morning. You know, it's funny. Many stages that we've walked have started or ended, I guess same, at a train station or a bus station. It's like the Via Francigena is telling us, take the train, take the bus. There's nothing to see here. And man, they're right.
Let me just show you. Look at the suntan line.
Ooh, baby.
That's
more clickbait.
Stop. That's how we're walking in the sun every day. So forgive us if we're not taking off our sunglasses. It is very warm and the sun is blazing. And yes, for those who wonder, we are wearing sunscreen.
Yes, sunscreen.
But there's only so much that you can do when you're walking into the sun.
So let's talk about last night's lodging.
It had air conditioning.
There was air conditioning.
And we had a very interesting conversation with him this morning because he said, I know what pilgrims need. They need to be able to wash their clothes, take a shower, and get good rest. And sometimes when it's this hot, that means we have to have some air conditioning. And I appreciate the acknowledgement of it. Sorry, I gotta put my glasses back on. Because we're seeing more and more air conditioners, which in Spain, if you said air conditioner, people would go, oh no, that's an American thing. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is not, at least here, especially in some of the larger cities.
Yeah.
He was actually surprised that at the Agriturismo the night before we didn't have air conditioning. Let's see, what else did he have to say?
He's on the board for the Via Francigena, and
For this region.
Is pilgrim, conscientious, aware, and very kind. Gave us food recommendation and a 10% off coupon, which is
Yeah,
very
he had
nice.
made an arrangement with the local restaurant to waive the cover charge and to give us a 10% discount on our food. So
Yes,
that was last night's dinner, which was fantastic. Well, that's all we got for now.
it's going to be an interesting day, another day of walking in the fields, and maybe we'll find a train because it's going to be blazing out here
And as
today.
our host said, it's like a desert from here to Garlasco.
Yeah.
So, andiamo. The VF does some odd things here, leaving Motara. There's a screenshot to show you what the path looks like. We are kind of making our own way to stay as close to the path as possible without doing things that just don't make sense.
Adding kilometers.
That would add kilometers. I mean, at this point, taking 10 steps off of our walk would make a difference. So we are making many shortcuts here and are determining whether we're just going to stay on the road rather than going through the rice fields. Seriously, 8:45 in the morning and we come across the McDonald's. I don't want a McGriddle. I want a quarter pounder with cheese, and it's not time yet.
He's such a dork.
We have made our first decision of the morning regarding walking off the trail. As you can see from the screenshot, the dot is us. We're walking on this road instead of on the VF. It's going to save us a little bit of steps, and because of the trees that line the road, we might even get a little bit more shade this way. There's a wide shoulder, so not the most pleasant walking, but if it gets us to our destination a little sooner, we're all for that. We just stopped for a drink break and regrouped our plan for today.
Yeah, so he stayed up last night kind of thinking about the plan. I slept. So we were talking about changing the plan while walking, which is never a good thing for a team because then you're not on the same page.
But here's problem number one. Our lodging in Garlasco, since we booked it several months ago.
Yeah, and we booked it in February.
They've had, over this spring and early summer, some very bad reviews.
Yeah, we're not going to get into where it is, but enough reviews that I don't need another bad night's sleep. Not to say that where we're going to stay is going to end up being better, but I don't want to go into knowing another bad night's sleep. If you read my blog, it's called something about toilet paper and beds.
So we canceled the booking in Garlasco, found a booking in Tromello, I think it's Tromello, which is a little closer. So we cut our 20-kilometer walk down to about 16 kilometers.
Which will be great in this heat. And so we're gonna walk the whole day. We are doing an alternate route though.
Now that makes tomorrow's 24-kilometer walk closer to 28 to 30 kilometers, which we know is way more than we wanna walk. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna take from Tromello a train just a little bit ahead and cut tomorrow's walk down to about 16 kilometers, which is a good, again, back in that sweet spot that we like for kilometers.
Especially in this heat. Have I said heat?
Yeah, so heat. So a little change of plans, but hey, that's what this whole thing is all about, is being flexible and ready to pivot when you don't like what you're seeing and make a change.
It's not just a change of plans though. We did continue, we're keeping this route on the highway. It's got a nice shoulder. And so that's been working well for us. The trail, as Brian said, just kind of zigzags. So this gives us a direct route. We've got 8 kilometers left to go.
Keeps us off the farm fields, which mostly keeps us away from the mosquitoes.
And it means that we will get to our accommodation by noon today, and I hope we're gonna have some good video for you.
All right, andiamo. We made it to a town.
He turns on the camera so I'll start smiling.
Haha.
It's hot. The road was fine for practical purposes, but exhausting.
And somebody's grumpy.
And hot. Somebody was grumpy yesterday and he didn't film himself.
You know what I think we can find? Gin tonica.
Air conditioning.
And gin tonica.
And a bed.
And gin tonica.
And a cold shower.
But first, gin tonica. Do you feel better now, Michelle?
I feel a little bit better.
Why do you feel a little bit better?
Because I have bread.
Breadsticks. We ate all the breadsticks. What's in your glass, Michelle?
I did find a gin and tonic, but hold on people.
Yes.
Hold on. Brian,
Yes.
What did you find?
I found a very large beer.
A very large beer.
And these American lager, or these Italian lagers are delicious. I'm not a light beer drinker, but these are good.
So food, beer, and that's our hotel room right there. And it has air conditioning.
Which is cooling the room down as we speak.
And is the bed comfortable?
The bed seems nice and springy.
Thank goodness.
And we've got some amazing food coming, which we're going to show you on camera this time. Michelle, what do you have?
I have fried cod.
Bacala frita.
That's what they say here.
And I have a cheese and rice ball that is mixed with spices and then deep fried. Michelle, how's the cod?
It looks beautiful. This
Madonna painting used to hang in a local farmhouse when it was going to be demolished. The two towns, Robbio and Tromello,
Robbio's where we stayed last night,
argued over who should get to keep the painting because it was so famous or so well loved. So because they couldn't decide which town should get it, they tied the painting to a team of cattle and let the cattle decide wherever they went is where the painting would be. It's been here in Tromello since 1742.